Today's video is sponsored by MoviePal, where you can get a really awesome piece of canvas art like the one I have right here that is centered around movies and movie lovers, and you can get it for cheap, but you gotta wait to find out at the end of the video. It is time. We are here. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to my 2023 Blu-ray collection video. I do these every year. This is my favorite video to make. I'm very excited to be here today. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. And this video is not going to be done in one take like it usually is. I have abandoned going up to the shelf and pulling them individually. The collection has gotten too big, so we're going to sit here and go through them all, kind of like the standard style that you see other creators do. But I know my intros are always very long, so I'm going to cut to the chase and we're going to get to the movies. If you are new here, this is always my best video every single year. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It really does mean the absolute world. I do Blu-ray content every single month. I have hauls for what I pick up. So if you like Blu-ray content, physical media content, I also collect vinyl, books, things like that. Make sure you subscribe. I got to push that up front because this is the best video I make every single year. On top of that, I also do movie reviews, video essays, and I go live every single week talking about the latest entertainment news and rumors. If any of that interests you, and this is your first time watching a video, first off, welcome. I hope you're having a great day. Really does mean the absolute world that you clicked on this video. But if this is your first time, please consider subscribing. We got a lot of content we're going to pump out this year. I think this like 2022, is going to be a fantastic year for movies. So we're going to have a lot of content for you guys. So please, if you've not already, consider subscribing. But let's get into it. Only a minute 39. Last year's was 2 minutes. Let's ride. Let's get into the movies. The way I have them situated is this. I have the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Then I have my steelbooks. Then I have my movies with slipcovers. They can be Blu-ray or 4K. Then I have movies without slipcovers. Then I have my Criterion collection. And then we will have a separate segment at the end of the video with all of the movies that I have never seen. So I have two shelves now. You guys know I had that huge shelf that you saw last year. I got another one because my collection has grown that much in the past year. The other shelf is specifically for movies that I've never seen before. And we got a lot of them. So let's just hop into it. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, I got a table right here with a bunch of stuff stacked. Let's ride. All right. We have Iron Man, of course, the one that started it all. Love this movie. I'm not going to give too many thoughts on these because I have a lot to get through. The Incredible Hulk, Black Sheep of the MCU, one of my least favorite. Iron Man 2, I need to rewatch it, but it's not really that good. Thor, the more I think about it, the more I don't mind it, but I still don't think it's fantastic. The fish out of water stuff on Earth just isn't that good. Captain America, the First Avenger, it's actually pretty solid, except for the fact that they basically just blew through World War II, and I kind of would have liked to see more of that stuff. The Avengers, it's a classic. It's absolutely fantastic. There's nothing to say about it. I love this movie. Iron Man 3, the most underrated MCU movie. It's highly slept on. I think it's fantastic. It's one of my favorites. Thor: The Dark World. Captain America: The Winter Soldier, one of the best MCU movies and the beginning of the directorial duo of Joe and Anthony Russo in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Guardians of the Galaxy is a hell of a lot of fun. Just watched the holiday special a few days ago. This movie slaps. I really, really enjoy it. Avengers Age of Ultron isn't as terrible as I think we all thought it was. It's not great either, but it does a lot of really interesting things that I enjoy. And man, this is a lot of fun. It's very small, pun, but literally, the story is small, it's action-packed, it's a lot of fun. I really like this one. Captain America: Civil War, one of my favorite MCU movies. It's absolutely fantastic to see the two sides go at it, and I couldn't pick a side because both have valid points, and that makes a good movie because there's a lot of really great tension and conflict. Doctor Strange, I like it. It's cool. The effects are really great. It's probably not one of the, I'd say, upper echelon MCU movies, but it's still pretty good. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, if you know me, you know I don't really like this movie. It is what it is. Spider-Man Homecoming, and oh boy. Gonna have to fix that. The disc is out. Really like it. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is probably my favorite. I really like Andrew Garfield and Tobey as well, but this was a really great movie for Tom Holland. Thor Ragnarok, the good Taika Waititi Thor movie. It's funny. It's action-packed. Cate Blanchett as Hela is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. Black Panther. It's a good movie. It really is. I've always had some gripes with it, but upon rewatch before Black Panther Wakanda Forever, this movie is awesome, and rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. Avengers Infinity War, this was the first MCU movie I ever saw. I know, sacrilege, whatever. It's the movie that made me fall in love with movies. So I love it. It's absolutely incredible, and yeah, love it. It's awesome. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think this one's fun. I think it is a really perfect palate cleanser after the very deepness of Infinity War, and a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's pretty good. Captain Marvel. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I don't like it. I saw it 4 times in theaters. That's the most I'm probably ever going to see an MCU movie in theaters, and that was just to see the post-credit scene to lead into Avengers Endgame. But I like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. So you may not like her. I do. I think she's cool. Yeah. Avengers Endgame, one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it comes in number 2. This movie is absolutely awesome. It's epic. It is the perfect conclusion to the Infinity Saga. It is absolutely awesome. Spider-Man Far From Home. It's not as great as I remember it, but it's still pretty good. I really like Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio, and I kind of wish we would have saw more of him. But, yeah. WandaVision. You're probably saying, Jack, how do you have WandaVision? There's this made in China sketchy website that sells the shows on Blu-ray. You're going to see more of them here. I don't have all of them. But yeah, WandaVision. It's cool. A little too long. And then really rushed at the end. I don't know, Jim. Falcon and Winter Soldier. I got to rewatch it, but upon the first watch I had, I really enjoyed it. I don't know how much it'll hold up, but I am in the middle of an MCU rewatch, so we will see. Loki. This is probably the best thing that Marvel's done on Disney Plus so far. It's absolutely awesome, and yeah, that final episode with Jonathan Majors gave me goosebumps. It was awesome. Black Widow. People will hate about it, but I think it was pretty good. Is it needed at this point? Probably not. It probably would have been better after Civil War, but in the context, it works. What If? Still haven't seen it, so yeah. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This is one of my favorite MCU movies. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's brilliantly choreographed, and I'm very excited to see... Who's the director of this? I'm so sorry. I forgot the director's name. It's Dustin. I forget his last name. He's directing Kang Dynasty, and I'm very excited. The point is, he's really good, and I'm very excited to see him direct Kang Dynasty. I apologize. Eternals. I love this movie. People hate it. I'm looking at you, Sasha, but it's Chloe Zhao to the max, and it's really good, and I really enjoyed it. So come at me in the comments. Hawkeye. This was a lot of fun. It got me in the Christmas spirit. I should probably watch it because, disclaimer, I'm filming this like in November, so this is not coming out till January, but I have everything, so I'm going to film it now. I got to throw this on and get in the Christmas spirit. I have my Christmas tree up over there. It's going to be, it's great. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Spider-Man No Way Home. Damn good movie. It's just great. Yeah, maybe a little nostalgia, but it is a good movie. Moon Knight. This is probably, if it's not Loki, this is the best thing they've done on Disney Plus. Oscar Isaac, absolutely incredible. Just so good. It's just so good. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm on this one. I think it's got some good writing. I think Wanda's an interesting character. The Illuminati is botched absolutely terribly. I don't know. It's okay. Miss Marvel, have not seen. I have no thoughts. We will see. And to round out the MCU, we have Thor, Love, and Thunder. I'm a completionist, so I got it. It's not a good movie. I've done a video essay on it. So go watch it. Thank you. Done with the MCU. So now, we're going to move on to the Steelbooks. Let's ride. Okay, so in the future, I'll do a full Steelbook collection where I go more in depth about each Steelbook. I do that one every year as well. But for now, we're just going to run through them. Let's ride. We have 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi 4K Steelbook. It's beautiful. I really like this movie. I think it's really well done. And I have a poster of John Krasinski in my bedroom. That sounds weird, but it's behind the door. So, yeah. Let's move on. American Psycho with this really creepy slip. I'll get more in depth in my Steelbook collection, but American Psycho, it's an interesting movie. Arrival, one of my favorite movies of all time. This is the 4K Steelbook. Denis Villeneuve it just killed this movie. It was awesome. Atomic Blonde. I think the only reason I have this in my collection now is because it's blue and it looks pretty cool. The movie's, it's alright. So I keep it. It is like a cool Charlize Theron type John Wick, so I keep it. But yeah, Atomic Blonde. I have a few MCU ones in here just because I love these movies so much. I have Infinity War 4K with Thanos and the Gauntlet. It looks sick. It's cool. And with Infinity War, of course, I had to get Endgame. Again, one of my favorite movies of all time. I know that sounds a little cliche, but come at me in the comments. I don't know. I love this movie. It's cool. Another one of my favorite movies of all time, Baby Driver. I love this Steelbook. I've wanted to find this Steelbook in particular for a long time. Finally came on sale at Best Buy, so I bought it. The Batman. And The Batman. I know. This is my favorite. This, potentially, I don't know. You will have already seen my top 10 favorite video essay of the year. But I don't know. So you know more than I know right now. This potentially is my favorite movie of the year. Babylon may have topped it. I don't know. You guys know, but I don't. Isn't that wild how time works? But yeah, The Batman. As of right now, at the time of recording this, is my favorite movie of the year. And they came out with this Steelbook, and I was like, okay, I'll buy it too. Yeah, I got 2 Batman Steelbooks. But I love this movie, and they both look freaking badass. So I got them. Sorry. Why am I saying sorry? It's my bank account. I don't know. Cars. I like this movie. It's cool. Pixar's cool. I really like Pixar. I mean, you'll see. I have more Pixar Steelbooks. The Dark Knight, I think, is the second best Batman movie behind The Batman. Everyone's going to come at me in the comments about that. I still think The Batman's better. But The Dark Knight's like really close. I rewatched the Dark Knight trilogy over the summer. It's really good. I love Nolan. Nolan's my second favorite director behind Damien Chazelle. So I love The Dark Knight. Deadpool, great movie. Deadpool 2, also great movie. This one's fantastic. This one is good. It not as great as the first one. I'm looking forward to Deadpool 3, of course. Hugh Jackman. It's going to be awesome. Django Unchained. Favorite Tarantino movie. Top 5 favorite movie of all time. It's a damn good movie. That's all I got to say. This one's coming completely out of left field, but Downton Abbey. Mom loves this show, plus the movies. I enjoyed the movies. I got this because it was on sale. It's a cool looking Steelbook, and I liked the movie. I enjoyed it. It's not like the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but it's pretty good. Elf, not only my favorite Christmas movie, but one of my favorite movies of all time. It's incredible. I love this movie. We have The Fast and the Furious 20th Anniversary Edition, and then we have the latest entry, F9, The Fast Saga. That's it. I was going to do like I did with Indiana Jones, which is in a second, and collect all the Steelbooks for all the movies, because I assumed they were coming out with new 4K Steelbooks for each movie. Well, they haven't done that yet, so I have the bookends for now, but we'll see. I like them both. I really like The Fast Saga. Not the movie, but like the saga of Fast. You know what I'm talking about. Field of Dreams. Yeah, if you build it, they will come. One of the best baseball movies of all time. It slaps. Ford v Ferrari. I need to give this a rewatch, but it was my second favorite movie of 2019. It's damn good. Great performances, incredible visual effects, and sound design. I watched a video on the sound design of this movie, and it's just incredible. Hell or High Water, a really damn good movie. It's got another one of these cool covers. Again, I'll go more in depth in my Steelbook collection video, but Hell or High Water is a great movie. It's a great modern day Western. The Hurt Locker, another one with the slipcover thing. One of the greatest war movies of all time. Catherine Bigelow deserved the Oscar. It's damn good. Inception, my number 3 favorite movie of all time. This is the 4K Steelbook. Like I said, Christopher Nolan is my second favorite. Gonna sneeze. And it went away. Second favorite director behind Damien Chazelle. And Inception is the reason why. I love this movie. It's my favorite Nolan movie. And it's my number 3 favorite movie of all time. Now we have a 4 Steelbook collection that you guys know I was trying to complete all this year, and I finally did. Raiders of the Lost Ark, one of the greatest, if not the greatest action-adventure movie of all time. Temple of Doom, it's fine. I don't love it, but it's okay. The Last Crusade, I go back and forth on whether this or Raiders is my favorite. Right now, I'd give the edge to The Last Crusade. It's pretty cool. And Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's fine. I saw the photos for Indy 5. I'm very excited. The thing I like about all of these Steelbooks, I just have this one because it's the last one. It's not my favorite. Is that they have like the actual posters on the front, which is really cool. Very much looking forward to Indy 5. Saw the photos, saw the poster. It looks epic. Let's get a trailer soon, right? Trailer. Let's go. All right, we're moving right along. Inglourious Basterds. I've heard that the 4K transfer is absolute dog water, but the Steelbook looks freaking dope, and yeah. Tarantino, he's pretty good at making movies, I think. He's pretty good. Pretty good at making movies. Interstellar 4K. Great movie. Kind of mind-trippy, but it's a good movie. All right. My favorite thing that I own in my collection is my La La Land 4K Steelbook. I am going to take this one out because it's absolutely stunning to look at. I did an unboxing of this. You guys already know. La La Land is by far and probably will always be my favorite movie of all time. That's why you will see multiple copies of the movie throughout the collection. But this is my favorite thing I own in my collection. It's this Steelbook. And I probably have more expensive, more cooler things that we'll get to later. But this is my favorite thing I own. Lightyear. It's a good movie that came out this past year. It's not great. It's not phenomenal. But I love the Steelbook. It's very simple, but it's very sleek. And that means a lot. I really liked it. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. It's in bad shape. I bought it at Bookman's. I wanted to like it more than I did. I love Guy Ritchie. I thought I'd like it more than I did, but it's still pretty good. Lone Survivor, an incredibly inspirational war movie with a really killer cast and great performance from Mark Wahlberg. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's awesome. I love that movie. Ran is Akira Kurosawa. It's a really good movie. It's very long, but it's incredible. Set design, costume design, the battle sequences are just crazy. It's a great movie. Ready Player One. Remember back in 2018 when I said this was my number 2 favorite movie of all time? That's funny. It's still a great movie though. Like, I love it. Like, that's just a joke. That was when my film taste was very different. The Revenant. A great movie. And Leo deserved the Oscar for it. Trying to get through a little quicker. We got a lot to go, and we're already up to 20 minutes. Shaun of the Dead. Hella funny. I love Edgar Wright. That's a great movie. Soul, one of my favorite Pixar movies. It's awesome. Wish I saw it in theaters, but it came out on Disney Plus because we were in the middle of the pandemic. So yeah, but this is a beautiful Steelbook. I had to get it on Steelbook. Now we have all of the Spider-Man. So I got this like combo pack, which has the Raimi and the Amazing Spider-Man, so I put them in Steelbooks together. So this Steelbook has the Raimi Spider-Man movies in them, and it's got the Raimi Spider-Man, so that makes sense. And then this one has the 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies in it, and it's got the Amazing Spider-Man on the cover, so it makes sense. Spider-Man Homecoming, beautiful Steelbook. I absolutely love this, like pop art type steelbook. Whoa, excuse me, I'm sorry. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, it's a fantastic movie, and the steelbook is amazing. Spider-Man, Far From Home. Sorry, Far From Home. Kind of an ugly steelbook, but I kind of dig it. I don't know how I feel about it. And then Spider-Man No Way Home. This steelbook probably could have been a little bit better, but I am a completionist, and I had all the other Spider-Man movies on steelbook, so I had to get it on steelbook. All right, almost done with this section, and then we've got a lot more to go, so I'm going to speed it up. The Sting, Best Picture winner, pretty good. Tax Collector is a bad movie, but it's a steelbook, so I kept it. I should probably sell it. Tenet, my favorite movie of 2020, and my second favorite Nolan movie behind Inception. That's a hot take, but it is. Sorry, sue me. Top Gun, damn good nostalgia. But even better, Top Gun Maverick. This is one of my favorite movies of this year as well, or this past year, and it slaps. It's a damn good movie. Toy Story, absolutely love. Toy Story 2, not as good as the first, but pretty good. Toy Story 3, damn good movie. The Untouchables, it's a really great movie. It's got a great cast, and I liked it. It was a good time. The 2021 version of West Side Story. It's really good. It's fantastic. Spielberg is back. At this point, I will have seen The Fabelmans, but at the time of recording this, I have not, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Whiplash, my number 4 favorite movie of all time. Like I said, Damien Chazelle is my favorite director. He holds number 1 and number 4 in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. And last but not least, with the steelbooks, we have The Wolf of Wall Street. This movie slaps. Scorsese is awesome. And the 3-hour runtime, you don't feel it, which is impressive. All right, that's it for the MCU and the steelbooks. Let's get on to the Blu-rays and 4Ks with slipcovers. All right, so it's been about a week. We've had a bit of a time jump, but we are back. Shall we continue? I'm imploring you, if you've not gotten a drink and snack already, I'm telling you this is going to be a long one, so make sure you get a drink and a snack. We are into Blu-rays and 4Ks with slipcovers. We're going to whip through these because there's still a lot of movies on my shelves that we have not gotten to yet. So let's ride. Let's just power through it right now. 12 Strong, The 355, 1917, Act of Valor, one of the first Blu-rays I ever bought. Ad Astra on 4K, After Yang, the 2019 Aladdin live action, Alita Battle Angel, Ambulance in 4K, American Sniper, Angel Has Fallen, Aquaman, A Quiet Place, and A Quiet Place Part 2, A Star Is Born, Avatar, the Back to the Future 30th Anniversary Trilogy. I need to upgrade to the 4K, but for now I got the Blu-rays. Bad Boys for Life, Beast, Belfast, Birdman, Birds of Prey, or The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, Black Klansman, I love this movie, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Booksmart. Moving right along, we have the Bourne Ultimate Collection, which includes all 5 Jason Bourne movies, if I remember correctly. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. Yes, it is. Bullet Train, Chaos Walking on 4K, don't ask. A Christmas Story, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Cold Pursuit, Collateral on 4K, Come On, Come On, one of my favorite films of 2021, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, Cop Shop, The Courier, Creed, and Creed 2. Very much looking forward to the third. Cruella, Cry Macho, make sure I said it right. The Dark Knight Trilogy Special Edition on Blu-ray. Gotta get the 4Ks, but for now on Blu-ray. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. DC League of Super Pets. Dear Evan Hansen. Den of Thieves. Die Hard, which is most certainly a Christmas movie. Dog. Downton Abbey, A New Era. Duel. The Arrow video edition of David Lynch's Dune. Then we have Dune from Denis Villeneuve, my favorite movie of 2021. Dunkirk. 8th Grade. Elvis. Encanto. And End of Watch. We got more movies, ladies and gentlemen. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. And Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore, which I very much enjoyed. I've enjoyed all 3 of them. It's all about family, baby. The 8-movie collection for Fast and Furious. I am so excited for Fast X or Fast 10 or whatever you're going to call it. Yeah, the 8-film collection. The 9th is a steelbook. You've already seen it. Hobbs and Shaw, which I really enjoyed. Father. Not going to talk about it. Finding Nemo. Finding You. First Man. Damien Chazelle, my guy. Free Guy. Full Metal Jacket. Gemini Man. The Gentleman. Gladiator. The Godfather 4K Trilogy box set. Godzilla vs. Kong. Gone Girl. Goodfellas. Gravity. Green Book. The Green Knight. Guns Akimbo, and it's so weird that this comes right before the Harry Potter 8-film collection. Heat on 4K. The Hitman'S Bodyguard. And the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. And the Home Alone and Home Alone 2 2-film collection. I swear there's not a more nerve-wracking thing than having to move these movies over from the shelf over here in big stacks. When they're ordered very specifically, it's just, it's incredibly nerve-wracking. But let's continue. How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon 2. And How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. One of, if not the best trilogy of all time. I will die on that hill. The Impractical Jokers movie. Incredibles 2, Inside Out, In the Heights, The Invisible Man, John Wick, John Wick 2, and John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. Very much looking forward to the 4th. Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Judas and the Black Messiah. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Jungle Cruise. The Jurassic Park 5-movie collection, which has Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And since I'm a completionist, Jurassic World Dominion, which I actually didn't hate. The Justice League. The much superior Zack Snyder's Justice League. Kingsman, The Secret Service and the Golden Circle 2 movie collection, and The Kingsman, King Richard, Knives Out, another copy of La La Land, of course, Land, yeah, The Last Duel, fantastic movie from 2021, deserved more love than it got, Last Night in Soho, Les Mis, Licorice Pizza, and 2019's Little Women with the most brutal slipcover art of all time. Let us continue. Logan, Long Shot, Looper, Love and Monsters, Luca, Mad Max Fury Road, the Arrow video edition of Mallrats, Man of Steel, The Many Saints of Newark, The Marksman, Marry Me, The Martian, Matrix Resurrections, Mid-90s, Midway, Minari, the Mission Impossible 6 movie collection on Blu-ray, and since it's on Blu-ray, I also have Mission Impossible Fallout on 4K. Monsters, Inc., Moonfall, Moonlight. We need to talk more about The Nice Guys. People just do. Nightmare Alley. Nobody. Nope, Jordan Peele. He never left, but he's so back. The Northman. No Time to Die. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This one's creeping on my favorite movies of all time list. It just is so good. The Outfit. Underrated movie of 2022. If you've not watched it, watch it now. The Peanut Butter Falcon. The Peanuts holiday collection. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown Christmas, and a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Went out of order. Sorry. The Pig. Or just Pig. Sorry, Pig. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. You'll see the other ones later. The Post. Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. Predator. Promising Young Woman. The Protege. Queen and Slim. Raya and the Last Dragon. Another copy of Ready Player One. And Reminiscence. Robin Hood. Rocket Man. Saving Private Ryan. Scarface. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Scream. 7. What's in the box? Shazam. Sicario and Sicario Day of the Soldado. Smokin' Aces. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The Social Network. Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. Space Jam and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Spencer, damn good movie. Spiral. Spotlight, and it is time for the Star Wars Lightning Round. The Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith. The underappreciated Solo: A Star Wars Story. Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. A New Hope. The best Star Wars movie, Empire Strikes Back. Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and hot take alert, I kind of enjoy this one, Rise of Skywalker. Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. Stillwater. The Suicide Squad. Taxi Driver. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Terminator Dark Fate. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Toy Story 4 in 4K. The True History of the Kelly Gang. Turning Red. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Uncharted. Us. War for the Planet of the Apes. The Way Back. Widows. The Wizard of Oz. White Boy Rick. Wrath of Man. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 84. Voyagers. Vice. And Zola. So that is it as I get reset here for the movies with slip covers. Now we are going to get into the nitty-gritty, get into all the movies without slip covers. Gotta make sure the stack is sturdy. I don't want it to fall over. All right, movies without slip covers. Oh, let's ride. 21 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street. 42 Jackie Robinson Story. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Absence of Malice. A Bug's Life. Underrated Pixar movie in my opinion. The Accountant. American Assassin. American Hustle. Another Round. Fantastic movie. Anchorman and Anchorman 2. The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Brilliant cinematography. The Bad News Bears. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. The Ultimate Edition. The Big Short. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Black Hawk Down. Blade Runner: The Final Cut. Blade Runner 2049. Casino. Chef, one of my favorite movies of all time. Clerks, brilliant. Coco, really good. The Conjuring 2. Crazy Stupid Love. Days of Thunder. The Departed. Drive. Emperor's New Groove and Kronk's New Groove. Intergalactic, a Netflix movie that came out last year. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind ruined me. The Expendables 3 film collection. I cannot believe they're making a 4th, but let's ride, I guess. The Eyes of Tammy Faye. The French Dispatch, which needs a Criterion release. Fury. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Godzilla. Godzilla vs. Kong. No, it's Godzilla King of the Monsters. We already saw Godzilla vs. Kong. And The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, my favorite Western of all time. The Hateful Eight. Her. Also broke me. Hot Fuzz. Ides of March. In Bruges, The Banshees of Inisherin is better in my opinion. Insomnia. We are flying here, ladies and gentlemen. We are flying, which is good. Invincible, one of the best sports movies of all time. I debated in The Office, but it's true. The Italian Job. Jumanji, The Next Level. Kick-Ass is a Kick-Ass movie. Kong, Skull Island. Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig is incredible. The Lego Movie. And the Lego Batman movie. The animated version of The Lion King. The Lord of the Rings 3-film collection. They are the theatrical versions. I don't need to see the long ones. The Magnificent Seven. Manchester by the Sea. A Man from U.N.C.L.E. The Man with No Name trilogy on Blu-ray. I needed The Good, the Bad, the Ugly on 4K. Mass. This movie needs to be seen by more people. It came out in 2021. 2021. It's incredible. Watch it now. The Matrix trilogy. Memento. Miracle. And the greatest sports movie of all time, Moneyball. Napoleon Dynamite. National Treasure. And National Treasure 2, The Book of Secrets. Nightcrawler. Nitro Circus, the movie in 3D. I love Nitro Circus. No Country for Old Men. Nomadland. Onward, the last movie I saw in theaters before COVID. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and you know where we're going from here. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. The best Pirates of the Caribbean movie, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. The Prestige. Prisoners. The Rambo 5-film collection. Yeah. Riders of Justice. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. Saving Mr. Banks. And Sherlock Holmes. Alright, continuing on. Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. Shutter Island. We got Snatch. Sonic the Hedgehog. This is Star Trek. This is the 2009 Star Trek. Star Trek Into Darkness. Step Brothers. Suicide Squad. The Town. Treasure Planet. And True Grit. Finishing off the regular Blu-rays. Venom. Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. War Dogs. Willy's Wonderland. Wind River. Without Remorse. Zero Dark 30. And Zootopia. Alright. We're done with the movies that I have seen that are Blu-rays. There are more on this shelf over here that we're going to get to later. But first we have the Criterion Collection. And these are just the Criterions that I have seen. There's a whole nother stack on this shelf as well next to me that I have not seen. We're going to get to all of those at the end of the video. But let's get into the ones I have seen. This is in spine order. I'm not going to read off the spines. We're just going to run through them. But let's get into it. Rushmore. The Royal Tenenbaums. The Life Aquatic. Bottle Rocket. Are we seeing a theme here? The Thin Red Line. The Darjeeling Unlimited. Broadcast News. Blowout. 12 Angry Men in my top 10 of all time. Following. Frances Ha, Tootsie, Inside Llewyn Davis, The Player, Blood Simple, Boyhood, Punch Drunk Love, Election, which they're coming out with a sequel for. Weird. Bull Durham, Failsafe, The Great Escape, Wildlife, top 10 of all time. You need to watch it. Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai, Minding the Gap, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Deep Cover, One Night in Miami. Dick Johnson is Dead, The Worst Person in the World, Drive My Car, Sound of Metal, and The Power of the Dog. Those were the clear covers. Now we got the cool kind of special edition ones that we're going to get into. Seven Samurai, Do the Right Thing, On the Waterfront, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Moonrise Kingdom. Again, are we seeing a theme here? The Before Trilogy, my favorite trilogy of all time. Night of the Living Dead, Tree of Life, Police Story 1 and 2, Roma, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Marriage Story, Parasite, The Irishman, Uncut Gems, and to round it all out, Citizen Kane on 4K. That is it for my first shelf. That was everything that I have seen. Now we have the other shelf, which doesn't have as many movies. We're getting to the end, ladies and gentlemen. But those are the movies I have never seen. So I don't have any thoughts on them. But let's get into it right now. We have the Alfred Hitchcock Classics Collection on 4K, which includes Rear Window, Vertigo, Psycho, and The Birds. We have the Rocky Heavyweight Collection, which has, I believe, every Rocky movie. We have the Saw 8 film collection. I don't want to watch those. We have a 2-pack for Wes Anderson. It has Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs. The only reason I have this is for Isle of Dogs. I already own Fantastic Mr. Fox, as you know. 12 Years a Slave. 300. Adaption. Almost Famous. Argo. The Batman 4 movie collection. I've seen the first 3. I have not seen Batman and Robin, so that's why it's on this. Blade. Blue Bayou. Bone Tomahawk. Braveheart. Bumblebee. Captain Phillips. Chappie. Color Out of Space. Demolition. Dirty Dancing. And Dr. Sleep. I want to make a quick disclaimer for everyone because I know I'm going to get comments. I only really started getting into film in 2018. And a lot of my time is spent watching new releases. Since I'm a film critic, I watch the new releases. So there's a lot of movies here that people are going to be like, "You haven't seen this?" No, I haven't. I'll get to it. But I spend a majority of my time watching new releases because I'm a freaking critic. That's what I do. I watch the new releases. So I watch the older ones when I have time. I know I'm going to get comments. Everyone just pipe down. Continuing on. Dreamland. Edge of 17. E.T. Extremely Loud, Incredibly Close. The Favorite. First Reformed. G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, and G.I. Joe, Retaliation. The Goonies. Green Mile. And The Hangover. I, Tonya. Jack Ryan Shadow Recruits. Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Just Mercy. The Kill Team. Kubo and the Two Strings. Last Full Measure. The Lethal Weapon 4 movie collection. Midsommar. $1 Million Arm. The Mule. News of the World. And The Nightmare Before Christmas. The Old Man and the Gun. Patriots Day. Patriot Games. Power Rangers. Princess Mononoke. Red Rocket. The Shawshank Redemption. The Shining. Source Code. Spies in Disguise. Super 8. Spirited Away. Thank You for Your Service. The Theory of Everything. Unhinged. V for Vendetta. Waves. Werewolves Within. Wreck-It Ralph. The Extreme Adventure Collection, which is like some IMAX weather, and it's like, yeah. Alien. Elysium. Ex Machina. Ghost in the Shell. And We Ride. The Greatest Showman. Last Action Hero. Possessor. 50-50. 500 Days of Summer. 2012. The Aviator. All the Money in the World. All the President's Men. Apollo 13. The Belko Experiment. The Big Sick. Brian's Song. Bridge of Spies. Bridge on the River Kwai. Brooklyn. Brothers. Call of the Wild. Chasing Amy. The Chuck Norris Total Action Pack, which includes Lone Wolf McQuade, Missing in Action, Code of Silence, and the Delta Force. Clear and Present Danger. Coming to America. Cowboys and Aliens. Crazy Rich Asians. Dallas Buyers Club. The Day After Tomorrow. Dead Poet Society. Deepwater Horizon. Detroit. Dodgeball. Dragged Across Concrete. The live-action remake of Dumbo. Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Fargo. The Fighter. Fruitvale Station. Gangs of New York. The Great Gatsby. Good Luck, Good Night and Good Luck. Hail Caesar. Hancock. Haunted Mansion. The Hobbit Trilogy. The Hunger Games Quadrilogy. Hustlers. In Time. The Intimidation Game. It's a Wonderful Life. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, J. Edgar, Juno, Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, The Last Samurai, Life, Edge of Tomorrow, or Live, Die, Repeat, Midnight in Paris, A Million Ways to Die in the West, Miracle on 34th Street, Miss Doubtfire, Now You See Me 2, Oblivion, Once Upon a Time in the West, Paddington, Patriot Games, which that's a duplicate, so I need to sell that, Public Enemies, Raising Arizona, Ready or Not, which I've seen this, so this needs to go over there. Red Dawn, Remember the Titans, Ronin, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Silver Linings Playbook, Speed, Star Trek Beyond, and State of Play. All right, this is it. This is the last batch. We are done after this. This is it. I am jazzed to finally have this video fully recorded. Let's get into it. Sully. Superman the Movie. Synchronic. Taken. This Is the End. Tombstone. Up in the Air. Warrior. Watchmen. Welcome to Marwen. And When Harry Met Sally. The World's End. World War Z. X-Men Days of Future Past. I have a few DVDs that I need to upgrade. I need to upgrade them, but they're what I have for now. 2001: Space Odyssey. Asher. The China Syndrome. The Insider. And Jerry Maguire. Hacksaw Ridge. Wonder. Carlito's Way. Jaws. Catch Me If You Can. Edge of Tomorrow again. That's another duplicate. X. The Forgiven. The Lost City. The Bad Guys. And Father Stu. Now we have the Criterion Collection movies that I have not seen. In spine order once again. I have no thoughts because I have not seen them. Yojimbo. The Last Temptation of Christ. In the Mood of Love. Traffic. Young Mr. Lincoln. Lahain. Walker. Vivere sa vie, I believe. I don't know. Stagecoach. Being John Malkovich. Thief. Personal Shopper. The Virgin Suicides. A Raisin in the Sun. Memories of Murder. Beasts of No Nation. Time. The Piano. Shaft. Okja. Raging Bull. Takeout. And Slacker. 3 more things. They're special edition big box sets that I don't keep on the shelves. I keep them up on display. We have The Last Dance documentary. We have the James Bond collection, which has all of his movies, except for No Time to Die, but has the rest of his movies. And last but not least, the Avengers Assembled Complete 4-Movie Collection 4K Steelbook. So we have the Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this video. This is always the best video. This is always my best video every year. Mine from last year is my most viewed video of all time. I really do appreciate you all watching. Please, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you have not already, please consider subscribing if you like the Blu-ray content. I post hauls every single month of the stuff I get to continue to expand the collection. And of course, if you like movie reviews, other movie content, this is the place to subscribe. So I really do appreciate it. Go follow me on all my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, all down below in the description. And if you made it to the end of the video, if you watched the entire video, go down in the comment section and type squad. I'll know you made it to the end if you type squad, and on my next video, I'm going to give every single person that types squad in the comments a shout out. That's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. This is by far going to be the longest Blu-ray collection video I've ever done, and I'm hoping it does just as good as last year's, which I said last year's is my most viewed video of all time. I really appreciate you all watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey, how's it going, everybody? End of video Jack here. Thank you all so much for watching whatever video you just watched. I really appreciate it. Don't know what video it is because I filmed this ahead of time, but I appreciate it nonetheless. But today, before you go, we got a package to unbox, and I'm going to tell you about a new sponsor on the channel that you can get yourself some pretty cool swag as well. But basically what happened as I'm unboxing this, the people over at Movie Palette reached out and said, hey, Jack, we want to send you a free palette of your choosing, and all you have to do is talk about it on your video. And yeah, and I replied, bet. So they sent me over my very own Movie Palette, one that I got to choose, and I got a special deal that I'll tell you at the end of this where you can get your own and you can get it for cheap. So I'm going to take it out of the box. Oh, yeah. So basically, if you don't know what Movie Palette is, it is a canvas piece of art that encapsulates the color palette of any movie you want. You go to their website, moviepalette.com. They have a huge selection of palettes for you. Please excuse me while I rip this bad boy open so I can get it out and show it to you guys. This thing looks amazing. I knew it would because I know that Movie Palette has very high quality product, and they always look great. So, I'm gonna take the palette out, move it away. I'm gonna take the wrap off of it so we can get the full effect. And like I said, canvas pieces of art that encapsulate the color palette of your favorite movie. Can you guys guess? Go into the comments and guess what movie this is before I reveal it to you. If you know me, you probably know we're going, of course, with La La Land. We had to. And this is a beautiful piece of art from Movie Palette. And if you go to Movie Palette right now and you go get your own palette, you can use code JACK15. What happens when you use code JACK15? You get 15% off your order, which I think is pretty cool. And it also supports me and it supports the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Movie Palette for sending me over my own palette and for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. None of this would happen if it wasn't for you guys supporting the channel. It means the absolute world. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.